United States Marine Corps is renowned for putting primary importance on the marksmanship skills of its soldiers, producing the world's most skilled collection of shooters. This video presents the 3-week period of primary marksmanship instruction received by Marine recruits at Camp Pendleton, California. The instruction in this program focuses on the M16A2 service rifle, but these Marine Corps fundamentals of marksmanship are applicable to any firearm.
Four safety rules. Rule 1, treat every weapon as if it were loaded. Rule 2, never point a weapon at anything you do not intend to shoot. Rule 3, keep the finger straight and off the trigger until you're ready to fire. Rule 4, keep your weapon unsafe until you intend to fire.
Give him one. Yeah. Okay, there's 4 condition codes, but one of them does not apply. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, it is easier to memorize these or to get used to these starting with condition 4. This right here is a condition 4 weapon. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Chamber is empty, bolt is forward, ejection port cover closed, weapon unsafe. That is a condition 4 weapon. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, to make a condition 3 weapon, recruits, all I have to do is take a magazine out of my ammo pouch and insert it into the weapon. Now I have what type of weapon?
Condition 3.
Condition 3, right?
Yes, sir.
Because now I have a magazine inserted. The chamber is still empty, the bolt is forward, the safety on, ejection port cover closed. That is a condition 3 weapon. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Condition 2 does not apply. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
So now, I put a round in my chamber. The bolt is forward. The safety is on. Ejection port cover closed. What condition weapon do I have?
One, sir.
Condition 1. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, we're going to get some of the nomenclature correct. This right here is a magazine. Everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
This right here is a clip. Everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
Reload a clip. You reload a magazine to the weapon. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You take the rounds off of the clip and put the rounds in the magazine. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
So from now on, if you say, sir, do I load a clip? I'm going to ask you, what do you mean? Do you load a clip? You understand that?
Yes, sir.
This is the magazine. This is the clip. All right. Basically, what we do is we take the rounds off of the clip. Everyone take out a magazine. If you look at the top part of the magazine, you're going to notice that it looks pretty much like a round. Does everybody see that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Basically, if you look at a round, you got the casing and the projectile. All you're going to do is you take the casing, put it on the back side of the magazine, on the top of the magazine like this, and push down. Push that round to the back. You will do that. If the coach tells you to fill the magazine with 5 rounds, you put 5 rounds in the magazine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Once you have those 5 rounds in the magazine, you will gently tap the magazine on your hand, just like this. Make sure that the rounds are seated against the back of the magazine like this. Now, recruits, when you stow a magazine in your ammo pouch, you will stow the magazine with the brass to the grass. With the brass to the grass. So the casings, the projectiles, the casing will be on towards the deck. Ever see that?
Yes, sir.
The projectiles should be facing away from your body. So brass to the grass, projectiles facing away from your body. Does everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
Come here, Hagen. Is that how you say your name?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if you have rounds in your magazines, recruits, they will be stowed how?
Pointing away from you.
Point it away.
Okay, brass to grass with the projectiles facing away, correct?
Yes, sir.
Your empty magazines will be stowed with the follower up. Everybody see that?
Yes, sir.
So now, if I told Hagen here to take a magazine, look down range. If I told Hagen here to take a magazine and load that magazine into this weapon, there. He does not need to look at his magazine pouch. He can fill it. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Good. What he's filling for is that one magazine that's filled, that's flat. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, anytime you get ready to load a magazine, recruits, you must inspect to make sure that you are firing the magazine with the right number of rounds. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
So you will always inspect your magazine before you load it to the weapon. Just like that. Everybody see that? The first command you're going to get is shooters on the firing line with a magazine of 10 rounds. Load. You're going to open up that magazine pouch. You're going to grab a magazine. What do I have to do with the magazine before I load it? Inspect it, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yep, it's the right magazine. All I do is insert that magazine into the weapon. And I pull down to make sure the magazine is seated. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Just like that. Everybody see that?
Yes, sir.
That's all I do. What I did right now is I took that weapon, which was in a condition 4, it is now in what condition?
3, sir.
Condition 3. All right. Next command is going to be make ready. At this time, recruits, what you're going to do, you're going to grab this charging handle, and you're going to pull it back in the slingshot method. This is the slingshot method. Everybody see that?
Yes, sir.
Pull it straight back to the rear and let it go. We must make sure that there is a round inside that chamber. This is known as a brass check. What you're going to do, when you're right-hand shooters, with your hand right here on the stock, you take your thumb, put it on the left-hand side of that charging handle, and you're going to pull back about 1 inch. What does that do? It exposes the brass. You understand that? All I'm looking for is to see if there is brass on the face of that bolt. There's brass here. Does everybody see that?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and practice it right now. Now, recruits, you only need to pull back about 1 inch. You only need to pull back about 1 inch. If you pull back too far, recruits, look up here. If you pull back too far, this is what happens. Round comes out. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now we're like, uh-oh, that round's down there. So when you do a brass check, recruits, only pull back about 1 inch or so. Now, after we do a brass check, next thing we must do is make sure that bolt is fully seated. How are we gonna do that? Tap the forward assist, right? Tap that forward assist, nice and firm. The next thing we're going to do, recruits, is we're going to close the ejection port cover. Now, after that, what we're going to do, we're going to sweep the sights. We're going to take our thumb, our pinky, index finger, I really don't care which one. We're going to put it right here, and in those ratings on the carrying handle. Now remember, recruits, we fire with which sight?
The small people.
Small little peep sight, correct?
Yes, sir.
I want everyone to flip the sight so that the O2 sight's up. Alright, what you're going to do is you're going to take your thumb or your finger, one of them, put it in the railings, and you're going to run that finger back up against that sight, the rear sight, aperture. And what that does is make sure that the little peep sight is up. Did everybody see that?
Yes, sir.
That is a safety check for us to make sure that, hey, that we do in fact fire with that little peep sight. Recruits downrange that fail to do that, recruits, a lot of times they end up firing with that O2 sight. And it changes our zeros, do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And the last thing we do, recruits, we always check this rear sight elevation right here. At different meter lines, at the 200 meter lines, the 300 meter line, and the 500 meter line, this rear sight elevation will be set at a different sight setting for each meter line. So we must make sure that we have the proper rear sight elevation setting. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
So it's going to look like this. Make ready! Just like this. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
After you make ready, recruits, the next thing you want to do is start looking down range so you can acquire your target. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now for unload, the shooter is responsible to make sure that this weapon gets into condition 4. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Once again, the shooter is responsible. I'm going to tell you, cease fire! Cease fire! Unload at condition 4 your weapons. What you're going to do, recruits, if you're standing up, you're going to have a seat. Or if you're kneeling down, you'll stay kneeling down. If you're in a prone, you stay in a prone. If you're sitting, you stay in a sitting. Basically what you're going to do, though, you're always going to remove the source of ammo. The source being the magazine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
What you're going to do with it today, you take the magazine out, put it underneath that forward knee. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Next, what you're going to do, you're going to take the weapon and rotate it so that the ejection port cover is facing the deck. Now remember, recruits, positive control this weapon. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
And then you will lock the bolt to the rear. Once the bolt is locked to the rear, recruits, you will rotate the weapon back around. You will inspect the chamber. When the chamber is empty, you watch the bolt go home on an empty chamber. Close the ejection port cover. My weapon is now in what condition?
Condition 4, sir.
Everybody see that?
Yes, sir.
The definition of a stoppage, recruits, is an unintentional interruption in the cycle of operation, which means that this weapon is jamming for whatever reason. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
We didn't mean for it to jam, it just happened. To fix that, recruits, we must do what?
Tap, rack, bang.
Tap, rack, bang, immediate action, which is in your data book. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Tap, rack, bang. All right. Now, recruits, let's say I fired. Fire my first round. Ejected. As I go to fire my second round, I squeeze the trigger and nothing happened. Nothing happened. What I must do, recruits, is I must do immediate action. Does it say what immediate action is?
Tap, rack, bang, sir. Tab, slap the
Okay,
bottom.
immediate action is an unhesitating response to clear a stoppage. Right? That means without hesitation, recruits, I must apply tap, rack, bang. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Squeeze the trigger, nothing happened. Tap the magazine. Now, if you notice, recruits, I'm keeping the weapon on my shoulder, correct?
Yes, sir.
Tap the magazine. You slingshot the charging down to the rear. Aim in and fire. Bang. Fix it. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You must do tap, rack, bang in that order. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You always have to tap the magazine first, pull the charging down to the rear, aim in and fire. A good way to remember that, recruits, is say it to yourselves when it happens. You pull the trigger, nothing happens, bang. Tap, rack, bang. Say it to yourselves, you understand that?
Yes, sir.
A malfunction. Malfunction is a failure of this weapon to perform as designed. All right?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you had a car, and nowadays everything's computerized, correct?
Yes, sir.
If that computer chip goes bad, is the car going to perform as it's designed?
No, sir.
No, it's not, right? It's going to start malfunctioning. It's going to start dying on you, correct?
Yes, sir.
Same thing that happens here. Same thing that happens here with this weapon. Now, let's say as I was firing, nothing happens. I do tap, rack, bang. Pulls all the way to the rear. Right? And let's say it did not clear that. Right? Squeeze the trigger. Nothing happens. I can do that all day, correct?
Yes, sir.
It's not going to fix it because inside there, if there's 2 rounds in there, I'm not going to fix it until I clear that, correct?
Yes, sir.
That is known as a malfunction. So what I would do, recruits, is I would have to apply what's called in their sports. Basically what's going to happen, I squeeze the trigger, I did tap, rack, bang, nothing happens. Nothing happens. First thing I do is seek cover. All right, out here, what we're going to do is kneel down. Ever see that?
Yes, sir.
Now, what's the second one?
Pull ejection.
Go to the rear and lock it to the rear. Right? What's the next one?
Observe, fire round,
All right, those 2 rounds where he came out, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now what do I do?
Live round.
Release the bolt. Release the bolt, correct?
Yes, sir.
Remember, we don't worry about those rounds. All we do is release the bolt. Send the bolt home. Now what?
Tap forward assist.
Tap the forward assist. Tap the fire. Just like that. Everybody see that?
Yes, sir.
That is how we clear a malfunction. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, a lot of times, what's going to happen? A lot of times, what's going to happen is we're going to end up having 2 rounds in the chamber just like this, correct? So now, even if we pull the charge out to the rear, nothing comes out. Nothing comes out. You ever see that?
Yes, sir.
So what we have to do is we have to take the magazine out. Basically what you're going to do, you take the magazine out, magazine goes where?
Underneath.
Underneath that forward knee. It's like this. Everybody see that?
Yes, sir.
Now, just in case, like in a common scenario, in case something happens, we can easily take this magazine out, put it right back in. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, if there were 2 rounds that were still stuck in the chamber, like here, right inside there, what we need to do is we need to clear it. And to clear it, you just take your fingers, you run inside here, and clear it. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Or stick a stick or a clip, stick it in there and clear that. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Once it's cleared, pick up those rounds, the remaining rounds that are good, pick them up off the deck, put them back in your magazine, and we start all over again. Start firing again. Ever see that? Almost I do now.
Tap
Tap
right.
right, bang, tap, right. Nothing happens. Now what?
Forward, sir.
Sport,
sir.
cover. Take the magazine out, correct?
Yes, sir.
Or lock the bolt to the rear. Clear it. Aim in the fire. Just like that. Everybody see that?
Yes, sir.
The two common malfunctions are a double feed, which means there's 2 rounds get stuck in the chamber. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Another one is what we call an audio pop. Basically what happens is these rounds are going to make a pretty loud bang. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
The fire is going to go bang real loud. Bang! Bang! Now, you might get a round, maybe it doesn't have all the grain in it or something, but instead of making a loud bang, all it makes is a pop, just like that. It'll sound real low. You're going to have a lessened recoil. In other words, you're going to fire bang, the weapon's not going to kick as much as it should. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
It's not going to sound as loud, and you're not going to really be sure if a round has been fired. Do not, once again, do not fire another round. Because a lot of times with an audio pop is, because there was the primer in there, not the primer, but the grain in there wasn't filled properly, more than likely that freaking projectile is still inside the barrel. If you fire another round, guess what can happen? That barrel can blow up, you understand that? So, if you hear an audio pop, recruits, and you will be able to tell, do not fire that round, right? All right, glasses. Who has glasses here?
Sir.
Where are your glasses at? What's your glasses? All right, clean glasses. Do you understand that, recruits? Make sure your glasses are clean. If your lenses are scratched, you will use the other set of glasses. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, glasses were designed so that you look out of the center of the lenses. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
When we start aiming in, what happens a lot of times, the glasses sit real low, so we end up looking out of the very top of these, right? So what we're going to do, recruits, if you have glasses, you're going to take an earplug. You're going to fold that earplug in half, and you're going to put it right underneath this bridge here. Then you're going to take your recruit tape, just like you did right here, and you're going to secure that earplug to this bridge. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, if I have white tape and it's sunny, what's that tape going to do?
Hard, sir.
Glare, right?
Yes, sir.
What does glare do to the eyes? Makes you squint, correct?
Yes, sir.
Start squinting, tires the eye real quick. So what you're going to do, recruits, is you're going to take a black marker and you are going to blacken in that white recruit tape. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Make sure it's black.
There's a story that I love to tell. 13 weeks of misery.
13 weeks of misery.
13 weeks of hell.
13 weeks of hell.
I was living in the city.
Living in the city.
Working every day.
Working every day.
Until one day a man in blue.
Till one day a man in blue
happened to crowd my way.
happened to cross my way.